Saturn in Pisces 2025 to 2027, global transformations that will reshape our world. Welcome to a cosmic shift that will leave its mark on the world. From April 2025 to June 2027, Saturn, the planet of discipline and structure, transits into Pisces, the zodiac's mystic and dreamer. This is a time of profound change globally and personally. Saturn in Pisces combines pragmatism with intuition, urging humanity to face challenges head-on with a blend of logic and compassion. Let's explore how this transit will reshape key areas of our world. This transit focuses on water and environmental conservation, protecting our lifeblood. Pisces, a water sign, brings the spotlight to oceans, rivers, and the essential resource of water. Saturn's influence demands long-term solutions and accountability in how we manage this life-giving element. Expect nations to implement stricter policies to reduce pollution, conserve marine ecosystems, and tackle water scarcity. For example, desalination technology might become more widespread, providing water for drought-stricken regions. Rising sea levels and flooding caused by climate change will push governments to create adaptive infrastructure to protect vulnerable communities. This transit also emphasizes water's spiritual significance. Many cultures may reconnect with water as a sacred element, integrating conservation efforts with rituals of respect and care for this precious resource. Saturn in Pisces indicates a global spiritual renaissance. This transit inspires a collective shift towards spirituality, healing, and holistic living. Across the globe, people will seek meaning and peace amidst chaos. Mental health, which has already become a global priority, will receive even greater focus. Governments may integrate mindfulness and meditation into education and healthcare systems. Ancient wisdom practices, like yoga, Ayurveda, and energy healing, could see a revival as people turn to holistic approaches for balance. Imagine workplaces promoting wellness days or communities hosting meditation retreats to help individuals reconnect with themselves. Additionally, this transit fosters a deeper appreciation for sacred texts and spiritual traditions, inspiring individuals and societies to embrace compassion, forgiveness, and interconnectedness. A new era in economic restructuring and sustainability. The global economy will undergo profound shifts as Saturn in Pisces highlights ethical finance, sustainability, and accountability. This transit pushes businesses and governments to prioritize long-term goals over short-term profits. Expect innovations in renewable energy, eco-friendly supply chains, and circular economies. Companies will increasingly adopt practices that reflect both environmental and social responsibility. For example, we might see major corporations investing in sustainable agriculture or using technology to reduce waste. This transit also calls attention to wealth inequality. Governments may introduce reforms aimed at redistributing wealth and ensuring fair labor practices. On an individual level, more people will question how their spending habits align with their values, favoring conscious consumerism. A humanitarian call to refugees and displacement. Migration and displacement will be major themes during this transit. It draws attention to refugees driven by climate change, political instability, and economic crises. This is a call for humanity to rise above fear and division to address these challenges with compassion and innovation. Rising sea levels and extreme weather events will force millions to leave their homes. For example, small island nations in the Pacific may seek international aid to relocate their populations. Governments will need to implement long-term strategies to address the growing number of climate refugees. Political unrest and economic disparities may also drive migration. Countries facing crises will push host nations to rethink their immigration policies. Saturn demands structured solutions, while Pisces urges compassion. Tension may arise between nations enforcing stricter immigration policies and grassroots organizations advocating for humane solutions. Technology, like blockchain for aid distribution or AI for resource management, could play a pivotal role in balancing these approaches. Integration and cultural exchange. Refugees will bring cultural diversity and new perspectives to host nations. This transit encourages societies to embrace inclusivity and create opportunities for mutual growth. Finally, international coalitions may emerge to share the responsibility of supporting displaced populations. For instance, global summits could lead to funding initiatives and collaborative efforts to create sustainable refugee programs. Let's look at creative technology and the arts where innovation meets imagination. Saturn in Pisces fosters breakthroughs in creative fields, especially where technology and artistry intersect. This is a time when imagination meets discipline, leading to innovations that address global challenges. For example, virtual reality may be used to support mental health therapies or immersive education, while AI could revolutionize how we approach sustainability in design and construction. The arts may experience a renaissance, blending traditional craftsmanship with futuristic mediums inspired by Pisces' mystical energy. This transit also focuses on compassion and collective unity. Saturn in Pisces invites humanity to embrace collective compassion. Crises may inspire global movements for social justice, humanitarian aid, and environmental conservation. Grassroots initiatives, nonprofit organizations, and collaborative efforts between nations will play crucial roles in addressing global challenges. This transit reminds us of the power of unity, that we are stronger together. Whether it's through small acts of kindness or large-scale initiatives, the energy of Pisces encourages us to rise above division and work toward a shared vision of healing and harmony. To summarize, it is the cosmic call for transformation. Saturn in Pisces is a turning point, a cosmic call to action. It urges humanity to address its most pressing challenges with both discipline and heart. From safeguarding water and addressing displacement to embracing holistic healing and restructuring economies, this transit is about building a world rooted in compassion, responsibility, and unity. As we navigate these transformative years, let us remember that Saturn rewards effort and patience. The changes we make now will shape a brighter, more sustainable future for generations to come. Now that we've explored how Saturn's transit through Pisces will influence the world on a global scale, let's dive deeper into how this transformative energy will impact you. Saturn's journey through Pisces touches everyone differently, depending on your ascendant or moon sign. This is a time of growth, lessons, and profound shifts in specific areas of your life. For Aries ascendant or moon, Saturn is in your 12th house. Aries, Saturn's transit through your 12th house from April 2025 to June 2027 is a deeply introspective and transformative period. The 12th house governs spirituality, subconscious patterns, isolation, and endings, while Pisces adds a layer of intuition and healing. This transit asks you to step inward, address unresolved karmas, and prepare for renewal. Let's break this down. The 12th house is a space of retreat, and Saturn's presence here encourages you to prioritize solitude. Aries, as someone who thrives on action, stepping back from the external world may feel uncomfortable. However, this stillness is vital for your personal growth. You may feel drawn to spend more time alone, engaging in activities like journaling, meditation, or quiet contemplation. This period isn't about avoiding others. It's about reconnecting with your inner self. For example, creating a daily routine of introspection, even for 20 minutes, can bring clarity and peace. This is also an ideal time for spiritual retreats or exploring practices like mindfulness and yoga. Saturn in the 12th house brings unresolved emotions and karmic patterns to the surface. Aries, this can feel intense as old fears or memories resurface. Pisces softens this process, allowing you to approach these emotions with compassion. For example, you might notice recurring patterns in relationships or behaviors that no longer serve you. Therapy, guided self-help programs, or even spiritual counseling can help you release these blocks. Remember, this transit is not about punishment but about freeing yourself from limitations. The more you engage with this process, the lighter and more empowered you'll feel. Your dreams may take on a more vivid, symbolic quality during this transit. Pisces enhances your subconscious connection, making this a time to explore your intuitive abilities. Aries, keep a journal by your bedside to capture recurring themes or symbols in your dreams. They may hold profound insights. Beyond dreams, your instincts may feel sharper. For example, you might sense which opportunities to pursue or which connections to let go of. Trust these intuitive nudges as they guide you through this transformative period. This is the perfect time to deepen your spiritual practices. Whether it's meditation, breathwork, or studying ancient wisdom, Saturn in Pisces supports your journey. Aries, start small, perhaps a morning mindfulness practice or attending a workshop on spiritual growth. Consistency will be key, and the rewards will be profound. Pisces encourages you to explore mystical realms, such as astrology, tarot, or energy healing. These practices can provide tools for self-discovery and help you navigate this phase. The 12th house governs hidden expenses, and Saturn's presence may bring unexpected costs, such as medical bills, travel expenses, or spiritual investments. Aries, this is a time to prioritize financial planning. For Taurus, Ascendant or Moon, Saturn is in your 11th house. Taurus, Saturn's transit through your 11th house brings a focus on long-term goals, friendships, and your place in the larger community. Pisces adds compassion and a desire for meaningful connections. This is a time to evaluate your aspirations and refine your social networks. The 11th house governs aspirations, and Saturn asks you to assess whether your goals align with your values. Taurus, this is a time to set realistic, structured plans for your future. Pisces adds creativity and intuition, helping you dream big while staying grounded. For instance, if you've been considering a major career shift or a personal project, this transit supports long-term planning and disciplined execution. Align your efforts with causes or goals that truly inspire you. Your friendships may undergo a transformation. Saturn in the 11th house evaluates the depth and authenticity of your connections. Taurus, relationships that lack mutual respect or shared values may fade, while those rooted in trust will strengthen. For example, you might notice that certain social groups no longer resonate with your evolving identity. This is a time to seek out meaningful relationships, perhaps through shared interests or community initiatives. The 11th house also governs collective efforts, and Pisces' influence encourages you to give back. Taurus, this could mean volunteering, joining a nonprofit organization, or contributing to causes you care about. Saturn ensures that your contributions are impactful and sustainable. Saturn in the 11th house often brings steady but gradual financial gains. Taurus, focus on investments or ventures that align with your long-term goals. Pisces adds a touch of intuition. Trust your instincts when making financial decisions. Pisces enhances creativity, making this a great time for collaborative projects. Taurus, whether it's in work or personal pursuits, partnerships built during this period can lead to innovative and rewarding outcomes. Saturn reminds you to approach these collaborations with structure and patience. For Gemini, Ascendant or Moon, Saturn is in your 10th house. Gemini, Saturn's transit through your 10th house from April 2025 to June 2027 is a pivotal period for your career and public image. The 10th house governs your reputation, long-term ambitions, and societal contributions. With Pisces adding creativity and compassion, this transit asks you to align your work with a higher purpose. Let's explore this transformative phase in greater depth. Saturn in the 10th house places your professional life front and center. Gemini, you might take on leadership roles, manage larger teams, or spearhead long-term projects. These responsibilities may feel overwhelming at times, but Saturn's energy ensures that the effort you invest now will yield lasting rewards. For example, if you're in a corporate environment, you might be tasked with implementing new strategies or leading a major initiative. If you're self-employed, this could be the time to expand your business or launch a product that reflects your vision. While these opportunities are exciting, they come with heightened accountability. Saturn demands discipline, so this is not the time to cut corners. Pisces adds a touch of empathy, reminding you to lead with kindness and consider the well-being of those you work with. This transit isn't just about climbing the ladder, it's about aligning your career with your inner values. Pisces encourages you to reflect deeply on the work you do. Gemini, ask yourself, does my career fulfill me? Am I making a meaningful contribution? For instance, if you've been in a job that feels disconnected from your passions, this transit might prompt a career change. You may feel drawn to roles in teaching, counseling, healing, or creative fields. Alternatively, you might incorporate more purpose into your current work, perhaps starting a mentorship program, championing ethical practices, or leading sustainability initiatives within your organization. This period challenges you to find balance between material success and soul satisfaction. One of the benefits of Saturn in the 10th house is recognition for past efforts. Gemini, if you've been consistently working toward your goals, this is when the fruits of your labor become visible. Promotions, awards, or leadership positions may come your way. However, Saturn's rewards are rarely instant, they require sustained effort over time. For example, imagine a long-term project you've been working on for years finally gaining visibility and appreciation. It could be a book you've been writing, a business you've nurtured, or a leadership role you've aspired to. Saturn ensures that these accomplishments are solid, earned, and respected. This transit isn't without its difficulties. Saturn in the 10th house often brings professional roadblocks that test your patience and resilience. Gemini, you might face demanding supervisors, tight deadlines, or conflicts with colleagues. These challenges are Saturn's way of teaching you perseverance and adaptability. For example, if a project you're leading faces setbacks, this transit pushes you to find creative solutions. Pisces softens these lessons by encouraging you to approach challenges with compassion for yourself and others. Remember, these obstacles are temporary, and overcoming them will strengthen your leadership skills. Pisces adds a layer of creativity to your professional pursuits. Gemini, this is a time to think outside the box and implement innovative ideas. Whether it's reimagining workflows, introducing new products, or finding unique ways to engage clients, your ability to innovate will shine during this transit. For instance, you might propose a creative solution to a long-standing problem in your workplace or spearhead a campaign that resonates emotionally with your audience. Saturn ensures that these innovations are grounded and practical, allowing them to have a lasting impact. This transit is about more than immediate success, it's about building something enduring. Gemini, Saturn in the 10th house asks you to consider the legacy you want to leave behind. Are you contributing to a cause bigger than yourself? Are you creating structures that others can benefit from? For example, if you're in a leadership role, you might focus on mentoring the next generation, fostering a positive workplace culture, or implementing systems that improve efficiency for years to come. This is your time to lay the foundation for a career and a life that leaves a meaningful mark. To summarize, Gemini, Saturn in the 10th house is a transformative period that demands discipline, resilience, and purpose. By embracing your responsibilities, aligning with your values, and overcoming challenges, you can achieve long-term success and build a career that reflects your true potential. For Cancer, Ascendant or Moon Saturn is in your 9th house. Cancer, Saturn in your 9th house is a journey of wisdom, exploration, and spiritual growth. From April 2025 to June 2027, this transit will push you to expand your mind, deepen your beliefs, and embrace the unknown. Pisces adds an element of intuition and creativity, making this a period of profound transformation. Let's dive into the details. The 9th house governs higher education, philosophy, and intellectual pursuits. Saturn encourages you to pursue structured learning, whether that's enrolling in a degree program, taking professional certifications, or diving into spiritual studies. Cancer, this is a time to explore fields that inspire you, such as psychology, philosophy, or metaphysics. For instance, if you've always wanted to study a foreign language or earn a specialized certification, Saturn's influence will provide the discipline you need to succeed. Pisces adds a touch of curiosity and intuition, helping you connect deeply with the material you study. Saturn in the 9th house highlights purposeful travel. This isn't about casual vacations, it's about journeys that transform your perspective and contribute to your personal growth. For example, Cancer, you might feel called to visit sacred sites, attend international conferences, or participate in cultural exchanges. These experiences will challenge you to step outside your comfort zone and embrace new ways of thinking. Pisces energy ensures these travels are not only intellectually enriching but also emotionally fulfilling. Your beliefs and philosophies will undergo significant changes during this transit. Saturn asks you to reassess outdated ideologies, while Pisces inspires you to adopt a more compassionate and inclusive worldview. For instance, Cancer, you might explore new spiritual traditions, question long-held assumptions, or deepen your understanding of universal truths. This period challenges you to align your beliefs with your personal growth, making this a transformative time for your inner world. Saturn in the 9th house often brings influential mentors or teachers into your life. Cancer, these individuals can provide wisdom, guidance, and support as you navigate this period of growth. Alternatively, you might step into the role of a mentor, sharing your insights and experiences with others. Whether you're receiving guidance or offering it, these relationships will be deeply meaningful and impactful. Saturn's presence in the 9th house encourages you to think about the bigger picture. Cancer, this is a time to set long-term goals that align with your evolving worldview. For example, you might start planning for a future that involves teaching, writing, or contributing to a cause you're passionate about. To summarize, Cancer, Saturn in your 9th house is a powerful period of growth, learning, and exploration. By embracing new perspectives, aligning with your values, and setting purposeful goals, you'll lay the foundation for a fulfilling and enlightened future. Leo Ascendant or Moon, Saturn in your 8th house. Leo, Saturn's transit through your 8th house from April 2025 to June 2027 is a time of deep transformation, emotional healing, and profound change. The 8th house governs shared resources, life transitions, and hidden truths. Pisces, with its intuitive and spiritual energy, adds a layer of compassion and mysticism to this transit. Let's break down what this means for you. The 8th house is the domain of transformation, and Saturn here demands that you shed what no longer serves you. Leo, this isn't a surface-level change, it's a complete rebirth. You may feel like parts of your old identity are dissolving, making way for a stronger, more authentic self. For instance, you might leave behind old career paths, relationships, or habits that don't align with your growth. This period could involve emotional challenges, but Pisces' influence softens the intensity, helping you approach change with grace. Think of this as a metamorphosis. Just like a caterpillar becomes a butterfly, you are transforming into a more empowered version of yourself. This is also a time to reflect on the deeper aspects of life, like mortality, legacy, and spirituality. Questions about your purpose may arise, and your answers will come through introspection and self-awareness. The 8th house governs shared finances, investments, and inheritances. Saturn's presence here brings a heightened focus on financial responsibility and collaboration. Leo, this is the time to address joint accounts, taxes, or any debts with care and discipline. For example, if you share finances with a partner, this transit may bring up discussions about budgeting or planning for the future. Saturn encourages you to set clear boundaries and agreements to avoid misunderstandings. On a broader scale, you might review investments, consider estate planning, or work through inheritance-related matters. Pisces adds a compassionate touch, reminding you to navigate these discussions with understanding and fairness. The 8th house rules emotional depth, and Saturn in Pisces encourages profound healing. Leo, past traumas or unresolved emotions may resurface, but this is an opportunity to confront them and find closure. For example, you might revisit childhood experiences, old relationships, or feelings of guilt and regret that you've suppressed. Therapy, journaling, or spiritual practices can help you process these emotions constructively. Pisces' influence makes this a deeply intuitive time, allowing you to identify the root causes of your pain. While this process might feel heavy, the emotional freedom you gain will be transformative. Remember, Saturn rewards those who face their challenges with courage. The 8th house governs the unseen, occult knowledge, mystical practices, and spiritual insights. During this transit, Leo, you may feel drawn to astrology, tarot, or energy healing as tools for understanding life's mysteries. For instance, you might begin studying the metaphysical world, attending workshops, or working with spiritual mentors. Pisces enhances your intuition, making this an ideal time to explore the unknown and strengthen your connection to the divine. These practices can provide a sense of clarity and purpose as you navigate life's complexities. Saturn in the 8th house tests your resilience. Leo, this is a time to focus on building your mental and physical strength. Challenges may arise that push you to your limits, but these trials are meant to make you stronger. For example, you might deal with health-related concerns that require lifestyle changes or mental hurdles that demand greater emotional discipline. Practices like yoga, breathwork, or even physical training can help you stay grounded and empowered during this period. The challenges you face during this transit are stepping stones to long-term growth. Saturn in the 8th house doesn't just strip away, it rebuilds. Leo, the lessons you learn now will help you emerge wiser and more resilient. For instance, you might gain new insights about relationships, wealth management, or your inner strength. These lessons won't just serve you in this transit, they'll shape your outlook for years to come. This is your chance to embrace change and build a foundation for a stronger, more authentic future. To summarize, Leo, Saturn in the 8th house is a time of transformation, healing, and spiritual awakening. By facing life's challenges head-on and embracing the changes, you'll emerge with a deeper understanding of yourself and a renewed sense of purpose. Virgo Ascendant or Moon, Saturn in your 7th house. Virgo, Saturn's transit through your 7th house from April 2025 to June 2027 focuses on relationships, partnerships, and commitments. The 7th house governs one-on-one connections, legal matters, and alliances, while Pisces adds compassion and emotional depth. This is a transformative time for your personal and professional relationships. Let's explore how this transit unfolds for you. Saturn in the 7th house brings a serious tone to your relationships, Virgo. Whether you're in a romantic partnership, a friendship, or a business alliance, this is a time to build strong, enduring bonds. For example, if you're in a long-term relationship, this transit may prompt discussions about marriage, shared responsibilities, or future plans. On the flip side, if a relationship lacks stability or alignment, Saturn may reveal its cracks, encouraging you to make tough but necessary decisions. Pisces' influence reminds you to approach these conversations with empathy, ensuring that your actions come from a place of mutual respect. Saturn's energy may test the strength of your partnerships. Virgo, relationships that are built on shallow foundations or unresolved conflicts may face challenges during this period. For instance, you might notice recurring arguments with a partner or feel a growing distance in certain friendships. These challenges aren't meant to break you but to clarify what's worth keeping. The connections that survive this transit will emerge stronger and more authentic, while those that fade will leave you with valuable lessons. The 7th house also governs professional collaborations and legal matters. Virgo, this is an ideal time to establish business partnerships, negotiate contracts, or formalize agreements. Saturn ensures that these alliances are built on mutual respect and shared goals. For example, if you're considering a joint venture, this transit supports structured planning and long-term success. However, it's important to review all agreements carefully. Pisces can bring a touch of idealism, so balance it with Saturn's realism to avoid misunderstandings. Virgo, this transit encourages you to reflect on your past relationship dynamics. Are there patterns you need to break? Do you tend to prioritize others' needs over your own, or vice versa? For instance, you might recognize a tendency to avoid conflict or struggle with boundaries. Pisces' compassionate energy helps you address these patterns without judgment, paving the way for healthier, more balanced connections moving forward. Saturn in the 7th house reminds you to maintain your individuality while committing to others. Virgo, this balance is essential for building harmonious relationships. For example, you might learn to set boundaries that honor your personal needs while still nurturing your partnerships. This is a time to redefine what balance means for you and ensure that your relationships support your growth. Relationships strengthened during this transit will stand the test of time. Virgo, Saturn rewards those who invest in genuine connections. Whether it's deepening a romantic bond, solidifying a friendship, or building a successful business alliance, the rewards of this period will last for years to come. To summarize, Virgo, Saturn in the 7th house is a transformative time for relationships and partnerships. By committing to authenticity, mutual growth, and emotional balance, you'll create connections that endure and thrive. Libra Ascendant or Moon, Saturn in your 6th house. Libra, Saturn's transit through your 6th house from April 2025 to June 2027 is a time of disciplined growth and transformation. The 6th house governs work, daily routines, health, and overcoming challenges. With Pisces adding emotional depth and creativity, this transit asks you to realign your habits, prioritize well-being, and refine your approach to service. Let's explore how this transformative energy unfolds. The 6th house represents your daily grind, the systems and habits that keep your life running smoothly. Saturn in this house insists on discipline, pushing you to create routines that are sustainable and purposeful. Libra, as someone who values balance, this is your chance to bring structure into areas of your life where things feel scattered or chaotic. For instance, you might start a consistent morning routine that includes journaling, exercise, and mindfulness practices. This period could also inspire you to streamline your workday. Imagine creating a productivity system that allows you to focus on key tasks without getting overwhelmed. Saturn doesn't just ask for discipline. It rewards those who commit. Pisces brings creativity to this process, so you're encouraged to make your routines enjoyable, perhaps through music, visualization techniques, or even aromatherapy to enhance focus. On a practical level, this is also an ideal time to declutter your physical and digital spaces. Clearing out unnecessary distractions not only increases efficiency but also aligns with Saturn's demand for simplicity and order. Think of this transit as an opportunity to lay the groundwork for a life that feels both productive and harmonious. The 6th house is closely tied to health, and Saturn's presence here often acts as a wake-up call. Libra, this is your time to take a proactive approach to your physical and mental well-being. Saturn highlights areas of neglect, whether it's poor eating habits, lack of exercise, or unaddressed health concerns. For example, you might find yourself dealing with recurring issues like fatigue or digestive discomfort. Saturn encourages you to investigate the root causes, not just the symptoms. Pisces' influence invites you to explore holistic approaches, such as yoga, acupuncture, or Ayurveda, alongside traditional medical care. This is also a time to make long-term commitments to your health, like adopting a balanced diet or creating a fitness regimen that works for your body type. Stress management is another key focus during this transit. As someone who often prioritizes harmony in relationships, you may internalize stress to keep the peace. Saturn urges you to break this pattern. Consider integrating mindfulness practices like meditation, journaling, or even creative hobbies that allow you to process emotions constructively. By taking responsibility for your well-being, you'll build resilience and set the stage for lasting vitality. Saturn in the 6th house shines a spotlight on your work life and how you serve others. Libra, this is a period of refinement and growth in your professional sphere. You might find yourself taking on more responsibilities or working on projects that require meticulous attention to detail. For example, if you've been coasting at your job, Saturn will demand greater effort and accountability. This could mean pursuing additional training, developing new skills, or stepping into a leadership role. Pisces adds an empathetic layer to your work, making this an ideal time to focus on professions that involve helping others, such as counseling, teaching, or healthcare. Imagine creating systems at work that not only improve efficiency but also foster a supportive environment for colleagues or clients. On a deeper level, this transit encourages you to evaluate whether your current role aligns with your values. If you've been feeling unfulfilled or disconnected, Saturn may push you to consider a career pivot. Whether it's transitioning into a service-oriented role or launching a side project that reflects your passions, this is the time to realign your professional life with your higher purpose. Saturn in the 6th house often brings challenges, whether it's in your career, relationships, or health. These obstacles aren't meant to discourage you, they're opportunities for growth and resilience. Pisces' influence softens the blow, reminding you to approach challenges with empathy for yourself and others. For instance, you might face conflicts at work, such as demanding bosses or competitive colleagues. Instead of reacting impulsively, Saturn encourages you to take a strategic approach. Develop clear communication skills, document your work, and maintain a steady focus on your goals. These hurdles are designed to teach you patience and perseverance, traits that will serve you long after this transit ends. On a personal level, you may find yourself confronting limiting beliefs or emotional patterns that hold you back. Pisces offers intuitive insights, helping you identify the root causes of these challenges. By addressing them head-on, you'll emerge stronger and more self-aware. Think of this transit as a training ground for the next phase of your life, where resilience and determination will be your greatest assets. The 6th house governs acts of service, and Saturn in Pisces inspires you to contribute meaningfully to the lives of others. This could involve volunteering, mentoring, or supporting causes that align with your values. For example, you might find yourself organizing a wellness initiative at work, mentoring a younger colleague, or volunteering for a local charity. These acts of service not only help others but also bring you a sense of fulfillment and purpose. Pisces encourages you to approach these contributions with compassion and emotional sensitivity, creating genuine connections in the process. The systems and habits you establish during this transit will set the foundation for long-term success. Saturn in the 6th house rewards those who take responsibility for their growth. Whether it's through improved health, a more fulfilling work environment, or greater resilience in the face of challenges, the effort you invest now will pay dividends for years to come. For instance, imagine creating a health routine that not only improves your energy levels but also boosts your confidence and overall quality of life. Or picture yourself mastering a new skill that leads to career advancements and personal satisfaction. Saturn reminds you that true success is built step by step, and this transit is your opportunity to lay the groundwork for a brighter, more balanced future. Overall, Libra, Saturn in the 6th house is a time of disciplined growth, health improvement, and meaningful service. By embracing structure, overcoming challenges, and committing to self-improvement, you'll emerge stronger, more balanced, and ready for the next chapter of your life. Scorpio Ascendant or Moon, Saturn in your 5th house. Scorpio, Saturn's transit through your 5th house from April 2025 to June 2027 is a transformative period for creativity, self-expression, romance, and legacy. The 5th house governs joy, personal pursuits, and children. With Pisces adding emotional depth and intuition, this transit is about turning fleeting inspirations into lasting achievements. Let's explore this vibrant yet disciplined phase in your life. The fifth house is the domain of creativity, and Saturn here insists that you take your talents seriously. Scorpio, this is your opportunity to transform hobbies or artistic interests into something meaningful and enduring. No longer can creativity be something you dabble in, it's time to build structure around it. For example, if you're a writer, Saturn challenges you to establish a daily writing routine or commit to finishing that long-dreamed-of novel. If you're an artist, musician, or entrepreneur, this transit pushes you to professionalize your craft, whether it's showcasing your work, expanding your audience, or monetizing your efforts. Pisces adds emotional resonance, ensuring that whatever you create speaks to the soul and inspires others. Additionally, this period may bring opportunities to collaborate with others in creative endeavors. Imagine leading a team on a community art project or hosting workshops to share your skills. The discipline you cultivate now will leave a legacy you can be proud of. Saturn in the fifth house brings seriousness to your romantic life. Scorpio, this is a time to evaluate your relationships and ensure they align with your values and long-term goals. For those already in relationships, Saturn might bring challenges that test the bond, but these tests are opportunities to deepen trust and commitment. For instance, you and your partner might navigate conversations about shared aspirations, emotional intimacy, or future plans like starting a family. If you're single, this transit encourages you to seek meaningful connections rather than fleeting encounters. Pisces adds tenderness to your approach, reminding you to lead with compassion and vulnerability. However, Saturn is not without its lessons. Scorpio, you might face moments where you question your expectations or emotional patterns in relationships. Are you too guarded? Or are you giving too much without receiving the same in return? By addressing these dynamics, you create a foundation for healthier, more balanced relationships. The fifth house also governs children and your role as a mentor or guide. Scorpio, if you're a parent, this transit emphasizes the importance of responsibility and structure in your relationship with your children. You might feel called to support their growth, whether it's helping them develop a new skill, guiding them through challenges, or encouraging their creativity. For those considering starting a family, Saturn in the fifth house prompts careful planning and reflection. Pisces adds an emotional and nurturing touch, making this a time to focus on creating a loving, supportive environment for the next generation. Even if children aren't a direct focus, you may find yourself mentoring others, such as younger colleagues or community members. Saturn in the fifth house tests your confidence and self-expression. Scorpio, you may face situations that push you to step into the spotlight, whether it's presenting your work, taking creative risks, or embracing leadership roles. For example, if you've been holding back on sharing your ideas or talents, this transit encourages you to take bold steps forward. Pisces' influence reminds you to trust your intuition and let your emotions guide your expression. By facing these challenges head-on, you'll build not only confidence but also a stronger sense of self. The fifth house governs joy, but Saturn asks, are you finding happiness in things that truly fulfill you? Scorpio, this is your time to realign your pursuits with your higher purpose. Rather than seeking instant gratification, focus on activities that bring long-term satisfaction and growth. For instance, you might redirect your energy from casual entertainment to hobbies or projects that offer deeper meaning, such as volunteering, learning new skills, or creating art that inspires others. Saturn in the fifth house inspires you to think long-term. Scorpio, this is a time to build something that lasts, whether it's a creative masterpiece, a successful project, or a meaningful relationship. Pisces encourages you to infuse your legacy with emotional depth and authenticity. To summarize, Scorpio, Saturn in your fifth house is a time of disciplined creativity, meaningful relationships, and personal growth. By embracing challenges and aligning your passions with purpose, you'll create a legacy that reflects your true potential. Sagittarius Ascendant or Moon, Saturn in the 4th house. Sagittarius, Saturn's transit through your 4th house from April 2025 to June 2027 shifts the focus inward. The 4th house governs home, family, emotional security, and your inner foundation. With Saturn bringing structure and Pisces adding intuition and compassion, this transit is about creating stability, addressing emotional wounds, and building a solid personal foundation. Let's explore how this transformative period unfolds. Saturn in the 4th house encourages you to focus on creating a stable and secure home environment. This could involve physical changes, like purchasing property, renovating your living space, or even relocating. The goal is to build a home that supports your long-term aspirations and emotional well-being. For example, if you've been renting, this transit might push you to start saving for your own home. Saturn emphasizes responsibility, so you'll likely need to budget carefully and plan thoroughly. If you already own a property, you might invest in renovations that increase its functionality or value. Pisces influence encourages you to think beyond the physical. Consider how your space feels. Does it inspire peace and creativity? Does it align with your values and lifestyle? This is also a time to declutter and simplify your living environment. Sagittarius, clearing out old belongings or reorganizing your space can have a profound emotional impact, helping you feel lighter and more grounded. If moving isn't on the table, you might focus on creating a sanctuary within your current home, a place that feels like a true refuge from the outside world. The 4th house governs family, and Saturn in Pisces brings attention to your relationships with loved ones. This is a time to strengthen these bonds and address unresolved issues with maturity and compassion. For instance, if there's been tension with a parent or sibling, this transit may bring opportunities to mend these relationships. Saturn encourages you to take responsibility for your part in family dynamics, while Pisces' influence helps you approach these situations with empathy. Imagine sitting down with a family member to have an honest, heartfelt conversation about past misunderstandings. This isn't just about resolving conflict. It's about building a foundation of trust and mutual respect. You may also find yourself stepping into a caregiving role. Perhaps you'll need to provide support for an elderly relative or take on additional responsibilities within your household. While these tasks might feel heavy at times, they offer a chance to demonstrate your love and commitment to your family. Saturn in the 4th house isn't just about external stability, it's also about your inner foundation. This is a time to confront emotional patterns, past wounds, and any lingering insecurities that prevent you from feeling truly at peace. For example, you might revisit unresolved feelings related to your childhood or past relationships. These emotions could arise naturally, or they might be triggered by current events. Saturn's energy encourages you to face these issues head-on, while Pisces adds a nurturing touch, making this a time for profound healing. Consider exploring therapy, journaling, or mindfulness practices to process these emotions. Meditation, especially guided meditations focused on self-compassion, can be particularly powerful during this transit. This period is also about strengthening your emotional resilience. Life may test your ability to remain centered amidst challenges, but these tests are opportunities to grow stronger. By working through your vulnerabilities, you'll emerge with a deeper sense of confidence and self-assurance. Saturn in the 4th house often brings a focus on property and financial decisions related to your home. This could involve buying or selling real estate, managing family assets, or investing in renovations. Saturn demands practicality, so any decisions you make now should be well-researched and thoughtfully planned. For instance, if you're purchasing property, Saturn encourages you to consider long-term value rather than short-term convenience. Work with experts, review your finances, and ensure that your choices align with your future goals. Pisces' influence adds an intuitive element. Trust your instincts when deciding whether a home feels right for you. If property isn't your focus, this transit might highlight financial planning in general. Use this time to create a budget, build savings, or explore investments that support your stability and growth. Pisces adds a layer of spirituality to this transit, encouraging you to find peace within your personal foundation. This is a time to focus on what truly matters, creating a life rooted in authenticity and balance. Saturn in the 4th house inspires you to build long-term security. This is about creating a foundation that not only supports you but also benefits future generations. Whether it's property values or traditions, your legacy begins here. Overall, this transit is emotional growth, family connection, and inner stability. Capricorn Ascendant or Moon, Saturn in your 3rd house. Capricorn, Saturn's transit through your 3rd house from April 2025 to June 2027 emphasizes communication, learning, courage, and your immediate environment. The 3rd house governs your mindset, siblings, short trips, and skills development. With Pisces adding intuition and creativity, this transit asks you to refine your expression, build meaningful connections, and develop the courage to take bold steps forward. Let's dive into the details. Saturn in the 3rd house pushes you to refine your communication skills, Capricorn. This is a time to take your words seriously, whether it's speaking, writing, or presenting ideas. Saturn demands clarity and discipline, while Pisces adds emotional resonance, making this an ideal period to express yourself with both precision and empathy. For example, you might work on crafting better emails at work, improving your public speaking skills, or even taking a course in creative writing. If you've always wanted to write a book, start a blog, or launch a podcast, Saturn encourages you to approach these goals with structure and dedication. Your ideas have the potential to inspire others, but they must be presented thoughtfully. On a practical level, this is also a time to improve your listening skills. Effective communication is a two-way street, and learning to truly hear others will strengthen your relationships and professional success. The 3rd house governs siblings, neighbors, and your immediate community. This transit encourages you to build stronger, more supportive connections in these areas of your life. If you've had conflicts or misunderstandings with siblings, Saturn offers the discipline to address these issues with maturity. For instance, you might find yourself stepping into a leadership role within your family dynamic, perhaps helping a sibling navigate a challenge or working together on a shared goal. Pisces' influence softens interactions, encouraging compassion and understanding. You may also feel called to contribute more actively to your local community, whether through volunteering, organizing events, or fostering closer bonds with neighbors. These relationships may feel like added responsibilities at times, but the effort you invest will lead to greater harmony and mutual support. Saturn in the 3rd house is a test of courage and mental resilience. This transit pushes you to confront fears or insecurities that may be holding you back. Whether it's fear of failure, criticism, or stepping outside your comfort zone, Saturn challenges you to face these obstacles head-on. For example, you might need to take a bold step, such as starting a new business, pitching an ambitious project, or even speaking out in a situation where you've previously stayed silent. Pisces adds a touch of intuition, guiding you toward opportunities that feel aligned with your higher purpose. By embracing these challenges, you'll build the confidence needed to tackle even greater goals in the future. The 3rd house also governs skills and learning, making this an ideal time to invest in personal development. Saturn encourages you to focus on acquiring skills that are practical and relevant to your goals. For instance, you might enroll in courses related to your career, take up a new hobby that enhances your creativity, or learn a language that broadens your horizons. Pisces' influence ensures that the learning process is not only practical but also fulfilling, connecting you to your passions and values. This transit may bring opportunities for short trips or explorations closer to home. Whether it's traveling for work, reconnecting with your roots, or simply discovering hidden gems in your city, these experiences will be enriching and purposeful. Pisces influence encourages meaningful connections and a deeper appreciation for your surroundings. Saturn in the third house helps you create a lasting impact through your words and actions. The efforts you put into refining your communication and relationships now will leave a mark that extends far beyond this transit. Overall, Saturn in the third house is a time of disciplined communication, meaningful connections, and personal courage. By embracing challenges and refining your skills, you'll create a foundation for long-term success and growth. Aquarius ascendant or moon, Saturn in the second house. Aquarius, Saturn's transit through your second house from April 2025 to June 2027 focuses on finances, values, and self-worth. The second house governs material possessions, savings, speech, and the foundations of your security. With Pisces adding emotional depth and intuition, this transit is about redefining your relationship with money and finding stability in what truly matters. Let's explore this transformative phase. Saturn in the second house demands that you take a serious approach to your finances. Aquarius, this is the time to create budgets, build savings, and rethink your spending habits. Saturn rewards responsibility, so the efforts you make now will pay off in the long term. For example, you might start setting aside money for investments, paying off debts, or focusing on building an emergency fund. Pisces influence reminds you to align your financial goals with your values, spending on what truly matters and letting go of unnecessary indulgences. Imagine creating a financial plan that not only supports your immediate needs but also secures your future. The second house isn't just about material wealth, it's about what you truly value. Saturn in Pisces asks you to reassess your priorities and ensure they reflect your authentic self. This may involve letting go of societal expectations and focusing on what genuinely brings you fulfillment. For instance, you might shift your focus from accumulating possessions to investing in experiences or relationships that enrich your life. This transit is also about recognizing your own worth. If you've struggled with self-esteem, Saturn encourages you to build a stronger sense of inner value, independent of external validation. The second house governs speech, and Saturn's presence encourages you to refine how you express yourself. This is a time to speak with intention and clarity. Pisces adds an emotional layer, reminding you to communicate with compassion and authenticity. For example, you might work on improving your public speaking skills, learning to articulate your thoughts more effectively, or even exploring creative outlets like writing or poetry. The words you choose now can have a lasting impact. Saturn in the second house also emphasizes family and the legacy you build together. This is a time to address family dynamics, resolve financial disputes, or simply spend more quality time strengthening these bonds. Pisces influence encourages healing and compassion in these interactions. This transit supports long-term financial planning. Aquarius, whether it's setting retirement goals, building investments, or planning for major life milestones, Saturn helps you create a secure and stable future. To summarize, Aquarius, Saturn in the second house is a time to build financial security, refine your values, and strengthen your foundations. By embracing discipline and aligning with your priorities, you'll create lasting stability and fulfillment. Pisces ascendant or moon, Saturn in your first house. Pisces, Saturn's transit through your first house from April 2025 to June 2027 marks a period of personal growth, discipline, and transformation. The first house governs your identity, physical body, and approach to life. This is your time to redefine who you are, build resilience, and step into a more empowered version of yourself. Let's dive into the details. Saturn in the first house asks, who are you, and who do you want to become? Pisces, this is a time of self-reflection and reinvention. You may feel the need to shed outdated aspects of your identity and embrace a version of yourself that feels more authentic. For example, you might reevaluate your career, relationships, or lifestyle choices to ensure they align with your long-term goals. Pisces' influence encourages you to lead with intuition and compassion, making this a time to balance your dreams with practical action. The first house governs your physical body, and Saturn's presence highlights the importance of health and discipline. Pisces, this is a time to adopt habits that support your well-being, whether it's improving your diet, committing to regular exercise, or managing stress more effectively. For instance, you might take up practices like yoga or meditation, which align with Pisces' spiritual energy while building physical strength. Saturn rewards consistency, so even small changes can have a lasting impact. Saturn in the first house often brings tests and challenges, but these are opportunities to grow stronger. Pisces, you may face situations that push you out of your comfort zone, perhaps in your career, relationships, or personal goals. By confronting these challenges with courage, you'll build resilience and confidence. Pisces, this is your time to align your actions with your higher purpose. Saturn encourages you to set clear goals and take consistent steps toward achieving them. Whether it's pursuing a passion project, advancing in your career, or deepening your spiritual practice, this transit supports purposeful progress. Overall, Pisces, Saturn in the first house is a transformative journey of self-discovery and discipline. By embracing challenges and aligning with your purpose, you'll emerge stronger, wiser, and more authentic. Thank you so much for watching this video and joining me on this journey through Saturn's transformative transit in Pisces from 2025 to 2027. I hope you found this information insightful and empowering as you prepare for the years ahead. Remember, Saturn's lessons are not just challenges, they are opportunities for growth, stability, and deeper alignment with your purpose. Use this time to reflect, take intentional actions, and embrace the changes that come your way. If you'd like personalized guidance to navigate this transit or any other astrological influences in your life, I'd love to help. Feel free to reach out to me for a one-on-one consultation. Once again, thank you for your time and energy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you found this video valuable, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Until then, stay aligned, stay inspired, and take care.